Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back.
All right. Well, today's episode, we got you some news. We got you some podium talk.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to talk about Manti Te'o documentary.
Yes, sir.
And then we're also going to talk about Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks means football's right around the corner. So let's go.
Literally right around the corner, as in this week.
Yeah. All right, Trevor, how are you?
Doing okay. It's about as good as I can give you.
You're just doing okay. That sounded terrible. Trevor.
Wow, you having a bad day or what, buddy?
It's a bad day. It's a sad day.
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed?
Oh, people just piss me off
All right, well,
It's unfortunate.
during the day.
How was your fantasy draft?
Don't worry about it.
That's his whole day right
well,
now.
there you go. Seems like you found the root of the
I
problem.
found the answer.
Well, Roman, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're in a new studio.
Yeah, Destination
Yes,
Average Take Studio number 2.
I just wanted to start off Podium. That's my Podium. That was a nice merge into the next.
Well, you dropped the
category.
podium talk real quick, Roman.
Yeah, but that's yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, we got a new setup for a little bit. We got some renovation going on. Doing a little busting with the boys type look. We're gonna call it Average Takes Trailer.
Average Takes in a trailer, baby.
Not mad, but yeah. Hope you guys like it.
A lot of changes, guys. Hopefully this is a destination for a little bit, not a long time. But I like how it looks, honestly. Maybe we'll do a little bit more changes, redecorating, but you know, it's as simple as it gets. It's just a couple guys, you know, Average Takes at its finest.
At its finest.
It's literally we're a couple of just average guys giving you average takes and an average takes trailer.
Yeah.
So I mean, the podcast ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna get any different. We started it from our own bedrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean,
Shane-
this is
Shane
studio
be
number
here.
2.
Shane needs to come down.
I mean,
Doesn't look like there's enough room for me there.
oh, don't worry, we got room.
We got room for you, buddy.
I mean, it might not be as comfortable as luxurious, but
Yeah.
I got you a chair.
You might be sitting on some cup holders, but
Yeah, can you squeeze?
we're not mad.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, Roman, that's a good podium to
Yes.
start off the podium. Because
Just a little merge.
you might have to throw another one because we didn't even intro the podium or anything.
All right,
so,
I'm not mad.
so
That's
get
how I'm
another
doing, though.
idea.
That's how I'm doing, though.
All right. Well, you're doing great. We're doing great. Average takes ain't gonna change, and that is for sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
Podium talk.
podium is already started. Roman was number 1 with the new studio. Trevor, you want to announce your podium of the day?
Sure. Football is back. Blowouts are back. College football is back, and I hate it as much as I did before. It's the worst time of year. I hate college football. I literally cannot wait for the NFL to get here because I cannot stand watching these kids play this game that we all love to watch. It is so embarrassing watching guys miss a 2-yard out route when this guy's wide open. It literally pisses me off.
What a party pooper you are.
So-
College football is back, and it is lit.
Football's back, and you want to know what else is back, ladies and gentlemen? Losing your bets.
Yes, that's
That
why
is
Shenny
back.
is so bitter.
That is
today.
back. Losing your bets, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, because hey, we're all human. None of us are perfect. The betting world, you know, Vegas knows the odds for a reason. There is a reason to the madness.
Yep.
There's a method to the madness. And Chenny, it's week 1. You're just
Week
like the
0.
rest- or
Week
week
0.
0. Week
Yeah.
0. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Week 0. So hey, treat it like week 0. It's not even week 1 yet. Fresh.
Just be
Fresh.
happy football's back, okay?
Yeah, be happy football's
Just
back,
be happy.
Trevor. I want to
I just want these kids to play a little bit better, solid, fundamental football.
That's not what college is for.
Yeah, that's not what college is about.
They get paid like professional athletes, so they should be professional on the field. Thank you, NIL. Thank you,
You sure you're
NIL.
getting paid? Let them get used to it for a little bit.
No, they get a little bit of money and they
Please,
stop caring.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
They get a little bit of money and they stop caring.
Don't have to anymore. Secured the bag.
This is true.
Did you
This is
see the
very
kid
true.
who just retired? Bag's already secured though.
No way. Really?
Yeah, a guy
Didn't see that.
retired, ended up retiring from college football, but he had already signed his NIL deal,
Yeah.
and there's no contract in there that says
You
the
can't.
player retires, he doesn't have to keep the money or doesn't have to return the money or whatever.
Yeah.
So he retired, kept all his NIL deal,
Wow.
still has the sponsorship,
That's fire.
kept the money, got the bag. What's the point?
Can't be mad at him.
What's the point? You're gonna get hurt. You know what?
Yeah.
He retired, still have decent money. You did enough.
Perfect.
I don't remember the kid's name, but we had a
We're
have
gonna
an
probably see
intern
a
or
lot more of
something
that coming up here.
And that's what I talked about a couple months ago
Yeah.
when we first talked about the NIL deal becoming a thing. I swore I said that there's going to come to a time where kids are not going to want to play football anymore. You don't have to play in the NFL.
They don't have that drive
You
of
don't
being
have
broke
to-
and helping their families.
You know,
anymore.
you got paid.
Exactly.
College used to be, I still have to grind. I got to go to school. I have to play football. I still have to learn. I have to make sure my life outside is as good on the field as off the field. NIL changed that to where you get paid. You might not even have to live out the entire deal. So we're going to see a lot more of that. Trevor, football is back, though. College football is back. NFL football is, what, week and a half away?
Yep,
Yeah,
September
football-
7th,
September-
I think it is.
Yeah.
7th?
7th.
I thought it was
6th,
fifth.
maybe. 5th, I don't know.
That sounds right.
But yeah, what, Thursday night football? First game of the week?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's Bills versus Rams.
Yep.
That's a great game.
Great game to start off.
Love it.
Love it. What's your podium of the day?
All right, my
Senior Bob?
podium, boys. One of my former favorite players in the MLB has finally retired. A man who's mostly known for hitting a home run off James Shields in Petco Park.
No, why does it gotta be Petco?
It was his first home run of his entire career. Bartolo Colon is finally retiring, and it might be him stepping away from not the major leagues, but the Winter League, because he didn't get a really contract opportunity. But he's finally hanging it up. No more baseball for Bartolo Colon, a true goat of the sport. Played 21 years in the big leagues, not counting his Winter League or Dominican League or
Yeah.
wherever he's playing exactly. But he was one of the goats of the sport. He's one of the best, like, funny guys to watch. You know, he had a
Big
short
guy. Not
had a
too many big guys in the MLB. He
yeah,
was one
you
of
know,
them.
anymore exactly. He had a short, like, peak towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
And it was fun to watch. He certainly, with the Mets, seasons with the Mets were fun.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, he found his groove. He had a couple good years. I mean, he was a Cy Young a while ago
Mhm.
with the Angels back in the day, but
I think that home run just topped his career off too. That was his retiring.
Let's not forget he took steroids. Let's not forget that.
we're throwing that away.
Why
I'm
did you have
not-
to say
I'm-
that?
I don't really care about steroids much.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
I
just
am never
steroids.
gonna forget. I'll never forget.
We threw that one out the window.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, that's my podium. One of the true goats of MLB of the
Absolutely.
last, like, century or the last, like, decade, I guess. And entertainment wise, you know, it was always fun watching his at bats when pitchers batted. Because he would always swing out of his shoes, out of his helmet,
And whiff.
whiff
Yeah.
terribly. And then for him to hit the homer at Petco off James Shields is
Oh my
actually kind
God.
of funny.
It was good. It was nice to watch. I'm glad it was on the Padres, to be honest.
He officially retired today.
He officially retired from baseball, Major League.
Playing baseball.
Yeah, playing baseball.
Damn, last year he played was 2018. He was 45.
Yep.
So I hope 45 is that threshold, you know, for athletes, that time to hang it up. Because another guy knows 45 going into his last year, hopefully.
Tom Brady.
Tom
Is that what
Brady?
you're talking about?
Oh, there. I think that's his name. Yeah.
How weird did that guy's face look? in that interview.
Okay, yeah, that's something to talk about. That could have been a podium topic. But
Yeah,
that's something to talk about. Tom Brady missed 11 or so
10
days,
days, I
10
think it was,
days
yeah.
of Bucks training camp of preseason, missed a couple games. Comes back. His hair looks weird. His face looks weird.
Mhm.
Looks like he
Looks
got
sick, to
some
be
plastic
honest.
surgery
Yeah.
or some. I don't even know. He looks younger. He looks
Yeah.
10 years younger. He looks like he's going to play for another 10 years, win 10 more Super Bowls,
Mhm.
and just be the greatest athlete of all time. I'm calling it now. Average takes.
Average
That's my
takes.
average take.
Yeah.
But I think Tom Brady is going to play a lot longer than people are thinking.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think he's done. I think he's
I
done.
think he has
fooled
about
us.
2 more years, maybe 3.
I think he's done.
I say realistically
If he
another
keeps winning.
5.
5? You think he hits 50?
Why not stop?
He's playing well. His preseason game, he did pretty well.
Why not stop? If you could just keep collecting like the Thanos like rings, the
Yeah.
jewels or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them, gemstones, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
He's collecting them because he got Julio. The first pass that they
Yeah.
connected
They got
on
a
looked
chance
nice.
this year. They got a chance this year.
You know,
Absolutely.
Mike, you got guys coming back. I know they signed a guy who I'm
Mike
forgetting.
Evans, Chris Godwin.
Russell Gage.
Falcons, Russell
Russell
Gage. There you
Gage.
go.
Yeah.
They have all of these fucking weapons. I know they have some
Weapons.
O-line troubles that they're going to be able to trade a weapon for O-line
Yeah.
or some
Giovanni Bernard.
Giovanni Bernard. But they have all of these weapons. Like truly, I really think that he could play another 5 years and be a 50-year-old in this league,
That'd be dope.
and shatter every record.
Because nobody's gonna touch that.
And no one at his age has been this good at football.
Yeah.
45, and he's still
Crazy.
playing like great football.
Yeah, winning Super Bowls.
He was a top 5 MVP last year.
It's crazy.
I had him winning MVP last year because what he's doing at his age.
Yeah. And I got him to win the Super Bowl this year.
But good old ayahuasca boy, back to back. I think he's gonna go 3 times. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
I don't know.
No, but Tom Brady, I think he wants to go out on top. This is his last year of true contention, I think, in my opinion, with that Bucks team. So if they make it a Super Bowl and they win, I think he hangs it up in the post-game speech. If
No
they
way.
lose, it's possible he goes one more, but I really think this is his last year.
Since you
And-
think 5 more years, you think he goes to another team?
I mean, there's no point right now the way this Bucks roster is set up currently.
But in
The
5
future
years,
they
you think-
have, but there's always a will. There's a way. I mean, like there was rumors of the Dolphins giving him part ownership. Like, if you go become a free agent again, and there's opportunity like that, or an organization's gonna give
pay you to play.
give you part ownership in like your contract, like the first sport contract to have something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. That'd be wild.
Because there was a rumor that the Dolphins were working away, like if he retired, like maybe buying it,
Yeah.
kinda, maybe play, who knows, maybe. But I don't know. I think that's something that's really cool to think about.
That'd be dope. I mean, freaking Aaron Rodgers owns a little
he
bit of the
he's,
Bears, doesn't he?
He's still playing good, and if he can play healthy, play good, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, a lot of people were speculating he also got a divorce in those 11 days.
What? I didn't hear that
You didn't hear
allegation.
that? Twitter was going weird.
No way.
Twitter gets weird. Twitter throws out
He was
crazy
saying
ideas.
family stuff.
He said I'm
It's
45. There's a
personal.
lot of shit going around. It's personal. So maybe he got stressed out for 10 days, been pulling his hair out. Got stressed.
No way. He
Looks
said
a
I'm
little
choosing
different.
football over you. No way.
And the wife's pissed. Who
Oh,
knows? Who
that'd
knows
be-
how it went?
That'd be wild. That'd be wild. I can't wait for another documentary.
You know?
I can't
I mean,
wait
they
for
already
another
released
documentary.
one for him. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be more.
There's got to be more.
Got to be another episode.
Absolutely.
And that,
He started
that
another
documentary
movie.
was doo-doo too.
No,
Dude,
it was
you're
good.
such a Debbie Downer. That was such a good freaking.
No, there's no need to
show.
have a documentary if your
Why?
career isn't over. If
I
your career's
agree.
not over.
I
do
agree that. I
But
do
the-
agree that.
The last episode was
But it
him
was
supposed to
good.
be
Yeah.
retiring, the dad upset, crying, like think my boy is supposed to be playing football. Like that's what it was supposed to be, but he decided to come back. So there's obviously
I just like learning about all the old teams he played with and what like his mindset was
it's
every
good
year.
remembering. Like
Yeah,
we
it's
were
dope.
little, like our age group were little kids back then.
Exactly. So remembering all that stuff and thinking or
Watching
knowing
the
what he was
rule,
thinking
like,
and all
and,
that,
like, yeah, all of it, and like
it was a good. It was a
Tom
good show.
Brady's whole, and now we're at the last like 15 years we've truly been able to watch.
Yeah.
But his first like 6, we were kind of young, so it was really cool watching and like getting to know. And it's not just Tom Brady; it's all the side guys too.
All the side guys too made it. Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you learn a lot about the teammates and everything, and so that was really cool. But speaking of documentaries, you guys see that Manti Te'o documentary?
Absolutely wild.
So Manti Te'o doc dropped last week, and it kind of blew over the Twitter world. The
Yeah,
nation.
I don't know why.
Like, well, I know why. It was really good. And I think everyone watched it and truly went, you know what? I fucked up. Because as a kid, I made so many Manti Te'o jokes.
Oh, absolutely.
He
was the talk of the town.
It was the easiest joke to make.
Yeah.
You know, it was a guy who nationally had a fake girlfriend.
Yep.
You know, the memes were easy. When he got drafted to San Diego, the front page was him with his arm around a nobody saying, "We're gonna love it here on the beach."
Yep.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
I mean, it was literally the talk of everything. I remember it so much because it was like middle high school for us. It was huge. My brother's a Notre Dame fan.
Exactly.
So it was me making fun of him too, being like, "You like this guy? This is who you watch his film? Like he's a fake girlfriend." Like all those jokes were made. Like, and so you watch that documentary and you go, "Holy shit!" Like the media made it seem like he knew, and it was like a story that. But that documentary, you finally learned like he had no idea. He truly was the definition of catfish. Like the show Neve had forever, and he was the definition.
The whole crazy thing is the people that were making it and that were finding out weren't even trying to like out him like that. They were trying to out the ESPN and all the big name companies for not fact checking their stuff and seeing if this girl was real, if this whole story was real. So that's what was crazy, how it turned into something totally different and like ruined his career.
Yeah, and like they truly weren't like trying to hurt him in any way.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna shout him out really quick because if somebody's got to do it, somebody has to be that big case where we all grew up knowing, oh, is this a catfish?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to meet people online because, oh, this is a dude now.
Know what a catfish is. He taught us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out. Somebody had to do it because if he didn't do it on his stage in the national media and everything, there would be a lot more people.
What it is now. We wouldn't even know.
No shot.
Yeah, exactly. How he did. Like
that word would be a fucking fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Or in the water.
It took over. Like the MTV show took over after that. Like it was truly like people, and that also taught people like, oh, holy shit, I could use the internet in a total.
And the internet is a different monster.
Way.
Yeah.
I think that really started. Like I truly think that person was the first catfisher. I want to put that on them too. Like they were the first because it became national broadcast, and then soon after MTV TV series, like all that TV series was huge. Like people catfish all day long.
All day long. Just people catfishing right now.
Yes, like.
But it's also funny to think about it, like looking back, that like, how did he not assume that? You've never met the girl. You've only talked to her on Twitter, online, Facebook.
He like
crazy.
Called her and like had phone calls
with her. And it did get a little sketchy.
And you heard his teammate going like,
"We FaceTimed and it would be pitch dark black."
Yeah.
Or she said that the screen was cracked and all that. So I think I would be guessing too.
In my own instance, like if I'm Manti, there's no way I could date her. You could only be a friend. Like if you're gonna be like an internet, like okay, I'm in Notre Dame and you're in California.
Long distance
you're a fan kind of deal, maybe like. Yeah, that's cool. You hit me up, talk to me. You know what I know. You could only be as close as friend as possible because I'm thinking I as a person, you have to make like actual relationships with people and like have
Yeah.
face-to-face contact, like actual relationships, like
Yeah.
touch and kiss and like actual like
Exactly. Yeah.
feelings, romantic feelings with people like that. I don't think. How could you not have that with somebody? Like
And
you're only on phone
the
call.
part when they played USC and the dude brought the little girl to see them after the
It was
game and
wild.
was like, yeah, she can't come to the phone right now, but I'll bring little niece for you.
Yeah,
And it was
Yeah.
him the whole
the
time.
guy's name was Renaya back then. He's now transgender, going by Naya. I remember this.
I didn't
remember
remember. I
this.
didn't even know her name.
I remember
I
these.
thought she changed her name to something else.
I
or
remember,
something.
yeah, well, Naya, she
It's
cut it
Naya,
off.
yeah.
Renaya, back then. But yeah, that part was crazy. In the documentary, Manti at the end of the game was like hugging fans and family and stuff like that. Renaya had Lene's cousin with him who talked to Manti on the phone and FaceTime, and she used the little girl. She, as in Renaya, the guy, used little girl mostly as like their contact and stuff like that. And so like Manti had the hug with Renaya and the little girl.
Yeah.
And I remember that Naya was saying that people said that, oh, that hug like meant more behind it. And Naya was like, no, it didn't. Not then. Like, shut up.
That
Fool.
is
You
fake
hugged him, and
news.
that was all
you were
weirdo
waiting
vibes
for.
that
That was all you've been waiting
that
for.
was
that
everything
moment.
for you. Because then even after she said like no, there was no meaning behind it, she was like, but that's the moment I knew that I loved him. Like there was everything behind the hug. Like that's where if I'm Manti and I watch this documentary fully and I go, like at the end he said like I hope she's okay and sorry and I hope the family's all right and I bless them, like I've forgiven them, and he's needed to get over it truly. But holy shit, when I watched that part I was like, dude, no way. That was big
crazy.
weirdo vibes. You hugged him playing out like you set it up weird. Like the whole thing was weird. I mean, catfishing in general is a weirdo vibe.
Yeah.
Like weird, straight weird things.
But the timing of everything was also wild.
Yeah, he was
when
peak of his career.
she called or he called him like 2 days before the Natty national championship game and started talking in her voice again. She was like, "Oh, it's me. I didn't die." Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
That probably was like where the whole thing unraveled, because one, she killed herself the same day as the grandma.
Yeah,
but she didn't know. It was just a circumstance.
No, I thought she did know.
No, she didn't.
I thought she knew.
No, she didn't know. Manti was being weird, though. She said.
Oh.
She said Manti was being hella weird that day, ignoring her, not telling her anything, and so she like killed her off.
Yeah.
and
then but Manti was dealing with grandma's death, and then had them both like basically same day. Like found out
still,
grandma.
how did he go to those like stretches where they were in the hospital? You know, there's hospital noises in the background.
Bro, well, it was all calls. Like she used her voice as her normal Renaya voice, as her brother, and then her girl voice, and
she got so many voices.
And then also would send
uncles and aunts or something like that. Yeah.
off other phones or numbers or *67, I don't know. But of the little girl saying, "Hey, I miss Lene and you," or something like that. Like just holy shit, crazy. Like you even trained your cousin into being like psychopath too.
And remember the part where he knew like the real Lene in person, and he had her send that picture of
her throwing up the sign and had her write stuff on the paper.
Bro. And then after
that's what's crazy. I can't believe that girl actually
that's what messed Manti up mentally.
Yeah.
So he had finally got to the part where he was over it, and that Renaya, whatever, the transgender now, but that's where that lady, you fucked him because you were dead, and now he had to go through this whole thing mourning. Now you're alive. Mentally, that's not okay.
Yeah.
For someone who was actually in love, they talked for many of years. He obviously loved her somehow. Everyone loves different. I'm not going to judge, but it was just crazy how she did that.
It's crazy the length she went to just to.
Yeah, because I know
fake things.
I know she only came back because it was finally over in the media. Manti was going to be a NFL star. The girlfriend was kind of not in the picture anymore. It was just like focusing on NFL draft and all that. So like right after the loss or whatever. I can't remember the exact timeline, but she came back right before his last game, and he didn't tell anybody. But then I can't remember when it like spilled that it was fake. What
It was
him getting ready for
right
the
before
draft.
wasn't it?
It was him getting ready for the draft.
Yeah.
That his
Combine.
age-
It was at the combine, wasn't it?
It was.
He didn't
it
go
was
to the
right
combine
before the
because of it?
combine because I think he was saying that everyone looked at him all weird and stuff like that in the room, and so I can't remember exactly, but it was
In the
just a
cafeteria.
bad.
Yeah.
The whole thing sucks for him because
Crazy.
it fucked with his head mentally, and then it truly ruined him football wise because he talked about the anxiety every time, like something he never dealt with, all of a sudden was there, like from his last college game throughout his entire career with the Chargers. The 3 years, whatever that he was with the Chargers, he had anxiety the entire time. Finally, his very last season, he was starting to feel better. But it just kind of sucks because he was absolutely electric in college.
Electric.
Like his junior and senior year, he was so good.
You haven't heard
But-
about Notre Dame until Manti Te'o.
Oh, you knew
Like,
about Rudy.
Okay,
like,
all right, all
since-
right.
no, like,
Dude,
like-
that was
not
a bad
before, I
take.
meant
That was a bad
Like
take.
you haven't heard about
No, yeah.
Notre Dame since
Yeah.
Manti Te'o.
But
is what I'm
even
saying.
before that, it was a long time that Notre
Yeah.
Dame wasn't good. Like
Yeah.
Manti was brought to turn around, and he really did.
Yeah.
He single-handedly brought them. Like he's the only name on that team you remember.
You remember exactly.
And I think it's wild because that guy's whole family was all NFL studs. Everybody
Yeah.
on his family, his uncle, his dad, his other uncle, his grandpa, all
Yeah,
professional
I
athletes.
recognized the last name when they said it. I can't remember exactly right
it was the
now.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Right? The Raiders quarterback.
Renai, yeah, his last name was Tulatufu or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Tuisopo.
Tuisopo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
he's the Raiders quarterback. His uncle.
Yeah,
or
Raiders
something like
quarterback.
that.
I had recognized the name, so it was kind of crazy. But the whole documentary, if you have, and the point being, if you haven't watched it, I hope we didn't spoil it too much for you.
honestly,
And you can
damn.
watch it.
I forgot about that. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'll put spoiler in the tag,
Yeah.
but it was awesome.
It was. It was a good
truly
documentary.
It was truly heartbreaking
Yep.
for Manti, just from start to finish. Like the first episode, you were really like, "Well, give me more." Then the second episode, you're like, "Holy shit, I feel so fucking bad for Manti." But you truly do, and the internet is a bad place sometimes, and he got the worst end of it.
Yeah. And like we said, you honestly got to thank him for introducing it to us.
Yeah, because honestly, I'd have got catfished myself if it wasn't for him.
More
Any,
documentaries, though.
Yeah, Shinny, you have any final thoughts before we move on to the Hard Knocks episodes?
Yeah, I honestly wanted to see a world where he went to USC because that's where he wanted to go. USC has a big like Polynesian, Hawaiian, Samoan background.
Yeah.
I totally agree, but I loved what made him go to Notre Dame. Like the story behind him going to Notre Dame was cool.
Yeah.
Because he was dead set on USC. And then he said one of the big influences on his life came up to him, was like, "Hey, where you going?" And he's like, "USC." He's like, "Man, all right, that's cool." He's like, "Why? What's up?" He just told him, "I just thought you'd truly make yourself a name somewhere. Be the first Samoan, Hawaiian at Notre Dame instead of multiple greats at USC. Be the one great at Notre Dame or be with a couple greats."
Yeah.
And yes, I do agree with you though, Trevor. A life where we see
him in red and yellow
in SC and in California, and obviously not get catfish because they've been in California. He'd have no way to not be like, "Hey, I'm driving to see you," and you'd be like, "No," and they'd be like, "All right, fuck this," because
she would have said somewhere else.
He almost ended it in the dock, he almost ended it, but then she faked sick or faked the car accident or whatever she faked. There was a couple fake things to keep him reeling back, so the whole thing was bad. But
Crazy.
I mean, if he does go to USC, I do not think he gets truly catfished. And I think he's in the league today.
No,
and
bro,
he
because
kills
she
it.
just said California because that's where he was not. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
she
where
could have said anywhere.
yeah.
If he was in
Oh,
California, she
maybe.
would have said Florida,
Maybe
something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know,
But
but I don't know. He would have
I
tried.
don't know. Shout out Manti Te'o, making sure I never
USC
get
would've given
catfished
that
in my
money.
life.
If he would have given him that money to go travel, be like, yeah, go see her. He'd
go
be
see
like,
her.
I'm not gonna see you, and she'd be no. Be like, all right, fuck this.
Yeah.
Be like, because there's got to be a point where he's like,
Come
dude,
on. Yeah.
I gotta see your face
It's
other than a
something.
picture.
You posted no new pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the very last picture of the gang sign one, like that's what reeled them back
Gang
in.
sign.
Like that? Are you kidding me? She couldn't do that
Yeah.
the entire time.
Crazy.
Aloha.
Yeah, so kind
Weird.
of wild.
Weird.
But yeah, Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks preseason is on the Lions.
The Lions this year. And I
so-
hate it because it hypes you up on every team. Whatever Hard Knocks is, it's going to hype you up on the team no matter what. And it's the Lions. We got to all come back down to reality before we talk about this. Because
Yeah,
I know it hyped you up.
I just can't
It
wait for the
definitely
next.
hyped me up.
I can't wait for
But-
next epi tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Gets you hyped.
I do agree. We could have waited for this for the next episode tomorrow, but the first couple episodes have been great. Like you
Mhm.
said, Roman, I don't want to get overhyped on the fucking Lions.
Yeah.
like the
It-
I
Lions.
do
every team
love.
you get
I
hyped.
do love Motor City Dan Campbell though.
I am a
Yes.
big Dan Campbell fan, and truly, if you look back on the Lions season last year, they had a couple one-score losses and a couple really close games.
Yeah. But they went
That
3
could
and
go.
14.
Okay, yes, they did, but they had a really, really good draft,
Yeah, they did.
and
Aiden Hutchinson, stud.
yes, I-
Rodrigo, stud.
yeah, I like the Rodrigo guy's building himself a good
Yeah.
character right now.
He
in Hard
is. He
Knocks.
really is.
Aiden Hutchinson, the same thing. I love the Michael Jackson. That was great. Great.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff's got to be pissed.
Why?
He's already been. He
Yeah.
has already been through one Hard Knocks where he was like the forefront of the whole episode, like the whole thing, and then now he's in another Hard Knocks and he's rarely getting shown.
Yeah, I haven't. He hasn't talked to the camera at all. I don't think.
Yeah, he hasn't really been in
Yeah.
the seeing eyes of the viewers.
Yeah.
But part of my take talked about how they feel like he's gonna be an episode. Like,
yeah. Oh, he's gonna
it's
come.
leading
I
up
think,
to
yeah.
where it's gonna be one whole episode on Jared Goff and talk about. Do you ask him about the Rams and like how does it
Yeah.
feel?
It's
and,
gonna
like,
be like a little segment with this family, like how Aiden Hutchinson had already. Like,
But I want them to
Yeah.
ask the hard hitting questions. I want them
do.
to ask
I
him,
do.
how does it feel? In
Yeah.
1 year you were traded and
Yeah.
the team wins. Like, how does that feel? It's a hard question to fucking answer.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a question that I want Hard Knocks to sit down and be like,
How's it is?
put him
How-
in a
different does it
dark
feel?
room, no one else but him, a bright light, and go, so
Do you miss the Rams?
2 years ago you were traded, or on this date, blah 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 days ago you were traded.
Yeah.
This date the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How do you I truly want to know.
It does hype me up though because for being such a bad like NFL team this whole decade, it feels like Dan Campbell has the right mindset to get
Yeah.
out of this rut that they're in,
Yeah.
and you want to see them like succeed, but they also are just really bad at playing the sport of football.
Yeah.
So it
Did you
sucks
see that
knowing.
thing, about all the coaches playing like 80 years in the NFL. All their coaches have played in the NFL and are coaching now.
Yeah, they have a good quarterback
That
coach.
little segment or
What
something.
was his name? Fuck. I forgot his name.
forgot
but
his name.
the running back coach is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's a stud. Him and the defensive coordinator are
Yeah,
like they're
Aaron
always
Glenn.
looking at each other. They're like the funniest guys on the thing, but they're all like, yeah, they said something about like all of them together. All the coaches have like 80 years in the NFL.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Of experience.
They have experience and like all that stuff,
And
training camps and all that.
Dan
stuff.
Campbell does not look. Well, I guess he does, but he, for some reason, I thought he was like a DN, defensive guy.
The
I did
tight
not
end,
know
yeah.
he was a tight end. I did
He
not
does,
know.
He does look and
Yeah.
act like a defensive player. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna bite their kneecaps.
The
And,
way it was, I don't care if he has one ass cheek or 3 toes. I'm beating his ass.
Yeah.
That's the quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Mark Brunell. That's his name.
Oh
Mark
yeah,
Brunell,
well,
yeah.
Diver Six Studio has a Mark Brunell signed jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
Nice.
in
And the
Diver
other,
Six
and
Studio
the
one.
and the one that's getting
First studio,
construction
yeah.
working done.
But Dan Campbell's been awesome. I mean, the pants dirty thing I feel like was a little corny, but actually made sense. Like the visual was corny, but it truly made sense. Like we have to get the dirt off us.
Yeah.
Like we truly have to get out of the losing ways. Like you just feel like we're coming to lose. Like we're coming to the ballpark to lose today. Like you have to get out of those
Yeah,
ways.
he was asking the players how they felt like when they won the Natty. How many games did you win? 13. How many did you lose? 1. So you walked on the grass. You know you guys were gonna win. We
Yeah,
need
that's
to win in
yes.
Detroit.
That's what you have to do. I had a coach give me that like kind of setup of questions, and I felt like I was ready to run through a brick wall after that. I was like, oh,
absolutely.
we're gonna win every game now, just because the coach was on the right mindset, you know. And when you get all 53 guys on the same page, that's when you get dangerous. When you got all 53 guys working towards the same goal, that's when you're dangerous. And right now the Lions they may be on the same page, but talent-wise, they're just not like the best.
Yeah,
and that's what screws them.
I mean, they're not bad.
They
Amon
built a
St.
really
Brown on offense and Devin Funchess. I mean, he's not the
They
best.
signed
but
DJ Chark.
yeah,
I really like that move. TJ Hawkinson. They have 2 really good tackles. They drafted really well.
and their defense is looking nice right now.
Alabama's wide receiver is going to come back mid-season from ACL injury, and then they're going to have a stacked wide receiver group.
Yep.
And
I mean, you have what?
No, I was just you keep going.
Oh.
I was gonna bring up a tidbit.
But I really like Jamal Williams.
They got
like
DeAndre Swift in the backfield.
Yeah, they have DeAndre Swift. Jamal Williams. They talked about how he wears his like colored. What do you want to call it? Like no, just the bandana kind of like headband, whatever you want to call it. They say like it's just his personality, and if you take that away, like a lot of teams in NFL, like you have to have certain colors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like how the coach said, like, we just let him be him. Like,
yeah, and I liked his speech at the end of episode 1 where he was like, if the puppy's pissed or something like that, you let the big dogs eat. Put him on the porch, you let the big dogs eat.
Yeah,
that part was pretty sick.
Yeah,
or that little line.
I like Jamal.
He stole that right out of my mouth.
Dude, I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good sign. He's like, if the puppy,
I say let the big dogs
on the
eat.
porch and let the big dogs eat. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's pretty lit.
I've been saying let the big dogs eat.
Okay, but you didn't say
years.
the whole thing. That's what made it good. Everybody says big dogs eat, but nobody says if the puppy is pissing, put him on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Just the way he put it together.
Yeah, he had full.
He had heart. That whole fucking speech at the end of the practice was good.
Yeah, I like
hyped me up, and I was just fucking driving. Driving to work.
I saw that. I just bit my tongue. Jeff Okuda is going to be starting for them for corner.
Yeah,
I just saw that drop. So I kind of like this Lions team. I think if they could get like the dirt off them, like you said, if they could get some of those one-sided games to go fall their way. Like I mean, they almost beat the Ravens, but Justin Tucker had the longest kick in the history. They were playing really well versus a lot of teams.
The Packers.
They played really well versus a lot of teams this year, and I don't think they have the worst roster in that division. I really don't.
Yeah.
I just think they don't know how to win football games at the moment, so they won't. They still won't.
I mean, yeah, that's a big learning curve, and that's something that they're going to have to fight through. But I think that team is well built for the first time in a long time. They have a full roster, a lot of good picks, and yeah, I like the Lions and I like Dan Campbell. And I hope
that's what Hard Knocks does to you, buddy. Don't forget it.
That's what Hard Knocks does.
Hard Knocks gets you hyped for whatever team it's at, whatever city it's at.
Every time.
And I can't wait for the end season in the Cardinals.
The Cardinals is going to be dope. That will be dope for sure.
Cardinals, and it's gonna be cool because they have a roster of crazy people and like wild guys.
And if they go deep into playoffs and that, it'll be cool to watch.
JJ Watt. DeAndre Hopkins,
Yep.
Kyler
Keep
playing
it
video
on.
games.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yep,
Zach
yep.
Ertz.
Chandler
keep going.
Jones, he's on the Raiders. My
Yeah.
bad.
They still got like Buda Baker.
James Conner.
James Conner.
Yeah, they got some
They
guys.
got some
Great.
names over there. But yeah, I like Detroit right now. They're signed. Did you guys see the sign Detroit versus everybody in the freaking like walkway? I think that was pretty cool.
I just like Dan Campbell's fucking grit hat.
Grit. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got the
grit.
right mindset in Detroit. Grit. You got to walk on the field and want to win every day. Know you're going to win every day. Be confident enough to feel like you're going to win every day.
And that comedian, or I don't know if it was a comedian, but the last episode when he's like, they got y'all building cars and playing football. That's fucking rare.
Yeah.
In the intro and shit, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. But I'm hoping they do good this year.
Yeah. I got faith in them.
I don't know if I got faith. But I'm just hoping they do good. I kind of like the team. I mean, that's what Hard Knocks does. It makes you like that team a little bit
it's
more.
putting faith in me for them to go far.
Yeah, it does.
And you think they're gonna be better than the Bears?
I think they're going to win at least more than 3 games.
I don't know if
How
they'll
about
be
that?
better than the Bears, but I think their roster's built better than the Bears.
They're
I
going to
don't
win more
know.
than 3 games.
I
this
don't know.
year. That's what I'm going to say.
I think they're built better than the Bears. With
I
all
think the
their
Bears'
picks this year.
defense is a little bit better.
Still,
What is their Bears offense better?
Bears people will tell you the Bears' offense
Yeah,
is
the
better
Bears
just
are,
because they hate Jared Goff and they think Justin Fields is good. Which,
Justin Fields. There you go.
I mean, it makes sense. A lot of people hate Jared Goff, but he did take a team to the Super Bowl before, so
Did.
that was a thing.
and then he scored 3 points in the Super Bowl. So
I mean, that was the worst Super Bowl of all time.
Yes, but he let him there.
I think everyone's ball was flat that year. Tom Brady did it again. I don't know. That was the worst Super Bowl I've watched with my own eyes.
Oh yeah, Jared Goff
13-3.
Yeah. Not Jared Goff.
I think
Yeah.
fucking Tom Brady did too. 13 points. Yeah. Good job, bud. Oh, that was the worst Super Bowl I watched.
Did you see the TikTok Titans and Bucks did a joint practice and Vrabel was like, I can't wait to see another defense carry Tom to a Super Bowl. And Vrabel can say that because he was a part of like three or four of those.
Yeah. Oh, where'd you learn that from? The man in the arena.
No
left us
no
speechless.
I don't watch that shit.
I'm super excited for football, man. The season.
I'll watch it when he's retired.
We do have to do divisional predictions here soon.
Divisional predictions?
Yeah, I know we're already running into this podcast, so maybe next podcast. So we want to do divisional predictions.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Did we already do like predictions, MVP, all that? Yeah, we already did that.
Way too early, but yes, we did.
Yeah, it was way too early predictions. Yeah,
it was way too early.
Yeah, that's when I picked the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl.
That was with Chris. All right, well,
that was with Chris.
I don't think we picked MVPs though. We just picked way too early Super Bowl, and we just said who did make the playoffs and won't, and who didn't and will.
MVP.
Did we pick MVPs with Chris? I don't think we picked MVPs with Chris.
Because I don't think we did because I know Chris would have been like Justin Herbert or some bullshit like that.
Let's give one MVP right
And then we did bold predictions with Chris too.
Yeah.
So
let's give an MVP right now.
MVP.
I'm not going first though. I got to think about it for a second.
No.
Straight up the dome. No. Bob said a defensive player is gonna win MVP.
That was my bold prediction.
So that's your prediction pick.
Yeah.
So that was my bold prediction. That doesn't have to be my.
Who do you think's gonna win in the defense?
That was my bold.
That was your bold prediction back then. Aaron Donald MVP.
I don't know.
No.
We'll have to see.
He's gonna be in the black and yellow.
Tune in next episode. We're waiting until next week.
Right,
our next episode.
Like,
for my
comment,
NFL MVP.
subscribe.
Because if you watched last episode, Trevor, you're right. I said it was a defensive player for the first time since
Aiden Hutchinson.
1985 or 1975 or something like that. So
TJ Watt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You guys
What?
are giving up some of the answers. Who knows which one was right though?
Till next time.
Till next time. Anything else?
It has been average league.
I think there's nothing wrong with being average.
Nothing wrong.
Absolutely nothing wrong.
Hope you guys like the new trailer.
Yep.
New vibes.
Yep. We're in the trailer for a little bit, vibing. Shenny.
Fuck college football.
Yep. Hey, bet better, baby. Bet
Yeah.
better. All right. Nothing wrong. Deuces.
Peace.
Go Steelers.